Okay, stream has started. So yeah, hey everyone, welcome back. It's me and my friend here.
So me.
Yeah. And yeah, we are back with some more
Ace Attorney!
Great Ace Attorney.
Oh,
Yay.
great Ace Attorney!
Yeah, Dai Gayakudan Sevan. Okay. So, let's oh, wait, this is the save file. My bad. Let's go back. I'm just gonna turn down the desktop audio a bit, okay?
Yeet.
All right, yeah, just gonna do that. And okay. Well, I understand you are the judicial assistant to the defense, but why is this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Why this sudden ingress into my courtroom? Ha! A judicial assistant and a woman, no less! I'm misogynistic! That's how you know I'm unlikable!
An asshole.
What an asshole. Give me a moment, I'm just going to adjust some volume on my end. Okay, good.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. The rules state that females are not permitted into the court of law other than to testify.
Yes, I fully understand. I only have 5 minutes of time. I hated that voice. I have some vital evidence that I must hand over to the defense.
Yeah. That voice is better.
That one better.
Yeah, that
I don't know
one's
what
better.
the first one was.
Yeah. Ha! You're too late, little girl. This trial has already been concluded. 5 minutes. I will not allow a moment more. But, Your Excellency!
I am most grateful. Oh, she's so cute.
Who are you exactly?
I'm sorry, there's no time. Please, simply accept this for now.
What is it? A report about something, written in English.
Forgotten how to say the lady's name.
Jazeel?
I don't even know.
Uh,
Well, my Australian accent will just completely slaughter it anyway, so who cares? It's
yeah.
Jazeel Brett's research. Research? Oh. ...
The Englishwoman's?
After the trial resumed earlier, I hurried back to the university. I went to Dr. Wilson's laboratory in the medical facility and borrowed this paper.
So you stole it?
She's a thief!
Oh yes, that's right. Miss Brett was studying under the professor, wasn't she? So, does this research, whatever it is, have something to do with the case?
Afraid I don't know. I haven't been able to listen to the proceedings of the trial myself.
Oh, no, of course not. Special characteristics of curare and its effects on human subjects. Interesting. Curare? What's that? I've never heard that word before. Isn't that magical girl show about, you know, all those girls and they keep, like, there's, like, a different variety of them each season? There's, like, one with singing and... Oh, no, wait, I'm thinking of something else. Time's up! The prosecution demands the immediate removal of this female trespasser from the courtroom. Ugh, such an asshole.
Oh, rude.
Actually, did that, No, it didn't show up in our, Oh.
It hasn't come up yet? So cute.
Yeah, she's cute. Yeah, it hasn't come up yet in the court record. So, guess we'll just, stick with it for now.
was too little time for me to read it in detail. But I've summarized what I could on a note just inside the cover. If you think it could be valuable, please cast your eye over it.
This is wonderful. Thank you. Okay, now it's there. Right, I need to wait for the prompt.
Bye then, and good luck. Oh, bye-bye.
See ya. You have had long enough, Council. We cannot detain our English guest any longer. Okay, now let's take a look at this.
What does it say?
Synopsis: a poison made from the bark of certain trees in the jungles of South America. The hunters of the region have used it since ancient times to incapacitate their prey. Effects: instant paralysis of the entire body and subsequent death, even in minute doses. Route of entry: the above-mentioned effects occur when the poison enters the body through a wound, such as that inflicted by a blowpipe dart. Huh?
Okay.
Due to its ability to render the human body paralytic, it's believed that the toxin could have application as an anesthetic. However, a solution for the respiratory arrest caused as a result of the full body paralysis must be found first, or patients would die of suffocation.
Did he get it when he was at the dentist?
No, because it would happen in minutes. He would have died when he was at the dentist then.
Crazy lady.
Crazy lady. I ask the prosecution and the defense now one last time. Does either side have any further evidence to present to the court? I presume not, but... The prosecution has made its case convincingly enough already. Nothing more to add, Your Excellency. Ryunosuke, we're out of options here. This really is our very last chance. Yes, I know. You and your flowing headband. God.
Almighty headband.
Such a mighty headband.
He's too manly.
Your Excellency, the defense does have new evidence. I slammed the desk so you know. ... That look. The unyielding stare of a true Japanese warrior. Thank you? Well, Miss Brett?
Yes, Your Excellency? Oh, God. Jesus.
You're doing good. Ganbare.
I go English good.
If you wouldn't mind, perhaps you could grace us with your presence a little longer.
It's a delightful invitation, but I'm afraid. I'm afraid. It's not so very long until tea time. Oh.
Forgive me, Miss Brett. It seems I wasn't clear. I realized it was phrased as a question, however. She said, it's not so very long until... Yeah.
He was gonna decline, but he cut her off.
Yeah. I must ask you to treat that as an order.
I said it many times before. The Japanese language makes no sense.
My apologies, dear lady. Slam. So, Counsel, what is the new evidence that demands the court's attention?
The poison.
Well, it's gotta be the book, because that's the only thing we got here. But I will save, just to be on the safe side.
The hint to poison.
Yes, the hint to poison, yeah.
Yes!
Yes.
Miss Jazeel Brett, we understand you are studying under Dr. Wilson at Yume University, doing research. Research, by sheer coincidence perhaps, into a deadly poison. What? Poison? Where are you going with this, Counsel? A toxin known as Curare, Your Excellency. This poison is known as roar, Your Excellency.
Roar?
Roar. No, never mind. Even the slightest amount of this deadly poison entering the body leads to instant death.
Objection!
What? What complete and utter nonsense? Cure, you say? I've never even heard of it. You wouldn't have done. That... Yeah.
That isn't the best sentence they picked, I don't think.
No, I think the localization team might have flubbed that one. What do you mean? Yes, literally, what do you mean? That was very poor grammar on your part.
Speak Japanese!
I mean that you wouldn't have heard of the Cure before, for one very simple reason. It doesn't exist in our country. It doesn't exist? Correct. Which means, no matter what test the police can do for toxins, they'd never identify Cure. Why? Because there is no test available here that can identify the presence of this highly deadly poison.
Kukare.
What? Kukare.
Kukare?
Like the Batman Beyond villain.
Kurake. Wow, I got it. Okay, it's spelled out in front of me. I said Kurare.
Okay, that's...
Possibly.
Yeah, it's possible. It's a South America. It's from South America, so... Yeah, it might be an indigenous... It might be an indigenous word.
You just pronounce it differently each time. Just completely different.
Council, does this deadly poison truly exist? According to this report, authored by the visiting research student from England, curare has long been used by the tribespeople of South America as a poison to lace their arrows. It seems that it's reasonably well known among European doctors and scientists. To lace their arrows? The report states that it is produced from the extract of a tree that has grown deep in the Amazonian jungle. I don't think so, MF, because the thing that it mentions in the court record is actually from a tree, and if I recall correctly, poison dart frog is actually from like a... It's cultivated from ants, is what I understand. Like, the frogs eat the ants, and that's what makes, like, the poison on their skin so toxic.
Damn, I didn't know that about the frog.
Yeah, that's an often misunderstood part about poison dart frogs. It's why reptile houses in some herpetology places can keep poison dart frogs in, like, captivity, and they aren't, like, poison at all. You can just pick them up and hold them because they don't eat that
type of ant.
Yeah, they don't eat that type of ant, and so the frog never develops that type of poison, basically.
Ooh.
Yeah, pretty interesting. It was first brought back to Europe at the turn of the century by explorers. It claims that animals shot by the arrow laced with curare suffer instant death. Doesn't that about sum it up, Miss Brett?
Objection!
Trumpery! These aspirations are utter trumpery! Yeah, I was about to make a political joke right here, but I won't do that.
It was hinted. It was in the air.
To start with, if the victim had been administered some of this so-called deadly poison, he would have been squirming and writhing in pain, and other diners would have surely noticed. That's true. What do you say to that, Inspector? Obviously, I would have noticed a disturbance like that. I don't remember anything like that either. I didn't notice the professor being in any kind of pain. Dude, you read... The thing says it paralyzes... Whatever.
He's a fool.
According to this, however, it's the other way around. What do you mean, the other way around? The very fact that the victim didn't show any visible signs of distress is evidence that the Kurar was used. Kurar, I'm sorry. I'm very bad at this.
I couldn't even say oh my god, oh wow, I can't even say it now. You know what? Continue. Ignore me.
Explain yourself, Counsel. The moment this toxin enters a person's system, it causes instant paralysis. In other words, afflicted victims lose all strength and are completely unable to move. Even if they were in total agony, there would be no visible signs of pain at all. How terrible! Obviously, if a man lost all strength in his muscles, he'd collapse on the floor. But with a chair under him for support, as Dr. Wilson did, the effects would go largely unnoticed. But I don't follow, Kazuma. That's just paralysis. I thought the poison caused instant death. ... The full explanation is extremely unpleasant.
Oh no.
The poison causes immediate paralysis, as I said, leaving the victim unable to move. But after a short time, the paralysis is so severe it causes the muscles that control respiration to fail. You know, I wonder if they're gonna...
So we, like, suffocated?
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna bring up the, blowfish, because that's actually something even Japanese people should be familiar with, because, the pufferfish has a similar toxin.
Like, just... yeah.
Yeah, that's the, what fugu is made with. Yeah. MF knows what I'm talking about. Respiration? In other words, the actual cause of death is suffocation. And all the while, the victim is conscious and aware, just unable to move. Ugh.
That's unpleasant.
Yeah. Man, poor Dr. Wilson. That's hideous! To the observer, it would look almost like the victim was slipping peacefully into an endless sleep. But for the victim himself, his final moments would be a living hell. Jeez.
That's gruesome.
That is the true nature of this deadly Kurar poison. And you're suggesting that this bottle, Counsel, actually contains this terrifying poison?
Objection!
This is all very convenient, isn't it? A hitherto unknown poison for which there is no means of testing? What a happy tale for the defense!
If I may.
Oh, these facts. You think you're so clever, but you must...
It is you who must be taught. Yeah.
Of course. Dear lady!
Sorry.
So, this is how you Japanese behave, is it?
What?
You steal another's honest hard work, and then announce the results as if you discovered them. I'm appalled! What a loathsome act!
Well, Miss Brett, the feeling is mutual!
Whatever do you mean?
Capitalizing on the unfortunate circumstances of an innocent man to frame him for his heinous crime? That really is a loathsome act. Wouldn't you agree?
Objection!
Enough of this! I, for one, refuse to accept it! The idea of some poison that doesn't even exist in the great empire of Japan is breaking the rules!
What's so funny?
Excuse me. Your oh, why can't I say that today?
Ex-
Excellency! Wow. It's just one of those days.
Yes, Miss Brett?
Can I borrow that bottle for a moment, please?
Well, yes, I don't see, why not?
Oh, is she gonna drink it to prove?
Right, yeah, I know it.
Oh,
Yeah, and the evidence to disprove this is gonna be... It's gonna be... The corkscrew in the thing. Hold on, I'll show our audience.
In the photo.
Yeah. See? Still a corkscrew there. I see it. You're not putting one over on me, pal.
Poison isn't allowed outside of Japan. It's illegal. Don't get too big for your boots, you insignificant little island boys. Damn, she harsh.
Sorry?
To an Englishwoman such as myself, this whole affair is a... What is...
Farcical.
Farcical? Oh, okay then. Farcical comedy. I don't know English. Your little police games and these foolish courtroom antics. It's laughable, really. ...
Dot.
But I'm getting bored of all of it. I'm getting bored of it all now. It's time for the games to end.
Oh, sorry, that's just me having a drink.
Cheers!
Having a drink with her.
Go on, drink.
Wait, what are you doing?
Just having a sip, bruh. No sparkle left at all. How appropriate for this shabby affair. She collapses to the ground and dies.
Could you imagine?
Dip!
They all just stand there looking at her body. You're just like, not guilty. Okay.
Goodness. Whatever is the matter? You all look quite stunned. ...
So, no cure-are. The bottle was clean. Is that what you're saying?
You look... Oh god, I hate words.
Incredulous.
Yeah, you look quite incredulous, little boy. But of course, that's the simple truth. Thank you for presenting the findings of my research so concisely here in this grand venue. Most kind.
Grrr. My headband is waving dramatically now.
Waving in anger! Thank you, waiter. Now then, your... good sir. Jolly good.
It's fine,
Jolly
it's
good.
fine.
I'm not attempting.
I'm just imagining one of his little red headbands just suddenly starts shaking itself like a fist.
Just comes towards the front and like, shake!
Dot. Ah, yes, Miss Brett.
I should like to be excused now, please. I think I've given more than enough of my time for the furtherance of friendship between our countries.
Hey, congratulations. You did it.
I got it.
Ah, yes, dear lady. We are most gratified with all the assistance you have given. Second... Okay, good. No! No!
Oh, baby boy!
This doesn't make sense. There has to have been poison in that bottle. So how? How did she? How did she swallow a whole glass and live to tell the tale? I don't
Maybe it wasn't the
understand.
glass. Because she took it. She took
Yeah.
his glass.
Yeah, she took the glass.
Well, I suppose if nothing else, this little Far Eastern charade will make interesting conversation at the next party I attend in London.
There has to have been poison in that bottle, doesn't there? But there can't have been, because otherwise she would have keeled over dead. Come on, Ryunosuke. We have all the clues now. That bottle of water.
It's gotta be on the glass.
Okay, I'm gonna save, just to be on the safe side. I'm sorry to
Yeah,
everyone
I'm gonna say it doesn't contain poison,
Right.
but there is definitely poison
Okay,
in the area.
contains no poison. As I thought, there is no poison in that bottle. What? Why, Ryunosuke? Isn't it obvious? If there was poison there, she'd be dead by now. I mean, we've established that, but...
Yeah. ...
Sometimes your unadulterated naivety really astounds me, but sometimes it's in need of a good standing until it's as dark as your uniform. Until it's as dark as your uniform in the ways of the world. Oh, is that what this color is supposed to represent? That was a guileless ending to a promising line of inquiry, Counsel, for which you will be... Wait, what?
I thought it wasn't gonna be a thing because the little punishment thing went away. God damn it.
Okay, you know what? I'm going
to...
to load this.
I'm gonna sippy sip my woes away of getting it wrong.
Okay, well, that's the only other answer. The culprit did curate poison into Dr. Wilson's carbonated water. Curar. I don't know! I don't know how to pronounce anything anymore! Carbonated water?
You sound a bit French there.
The defense refuses to change its position. Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, keep that up.
You're serious?
Objection!
Fool! Are you blind? There is no possible way that bottle could contain poison. I mean, we just saw...
Miss Brett drinking the water from it?
That's right. Which rather complicates your argument, I think.
And I believe that complication can be explained.
How exactly? ...
I need to think through all the things that don't quite add up here, one by one. I'm sure the answer is in the evidence we have in the court record somewhere. It has to be. Okay, so...
I don't know.
So, just gonna go over a few things here. So first of all, we know that this bottle was most likely not used. Yeah, it wasn't used that day, so...
Possibility it's a different bottle.
Possibly. So it has to have been inside this glass here. Now, if she...
Specific glass, yeah.
Yeah, now if that glass isn't in her bag and she just threw it out, then that throws a wrench into a lot of this. But... Well, yeah, we'll see, won't we? You know, another option is that it could be on the knife. No, that doesn't make a lot of sense either. Okay, well, I'll just keep going then.
The bottle or the glass. Or they're both connected in some form eventually.
Yeah. Very well. If the defense truly intends to assert this claim... ... Then I must ask you to support the assertion with evidence. What explains how the witness was able to consume this supposedly poisonous water unscathed?
Going to assume the glass then.
Time to save.
Because that's how he would consume it.
Okay, she moves the water totally unscathed. Okay, let me see here. Maybe there's something more to this that we're missing?
Hidden in thought? No.
It was written in a foreign language. Yeah.
He's rich!
Yeah, this is all just stuff that we've seen before. Oh, okay, this is new. So this carbonated water is the last drink Dr. Wilson ever had. It looks like there's a little left in the bottle, although it's just plain water now. You know, I've been sweating so much, I'm absolutely parched. I'll just have a sip of some of this to keep me going. No, Ryunosuke, you can't do that. For one thing, that's evidence. You can't go drinking evidence. Oh no, you're right. We don't know what might be inside, do we? You never cease to amaze me, Ryunosuke, in more ways than one. ... I wonder, could there be anything in this water? What's the matter? You've gone quite sudden. I think I might have just worked something out. An interesting possibility. ... Oh.
To get that before the poison,
Yeah, we had to...
theory.
Yeah. Well, I guess we missed that. Oh well.
Yeah, we got there anyway.
Yes, let me think here. Okay, I'm gonna try presenting this. If that doesn't work, then I'll try presenting the bottle next, okay? Because it has... Because then... Okay. Otherwise, they only consume the supposed poison wire unscathed.
Yes!
Dang it. That didn't work.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn it. I guess
Okay.
it's gotta be the bottle one then to prove that, hey, yo, it's a different bottle.
Maybe?
But it's a poison. Maybe the poison is dense to the water. That would be pretty cool if it was.
I mean, if it
That's
was...
cool theory.
That doesn't explain why it affected him, though. Okay, I'm gonna try presenting... Actually, hold on. What's this? Nothing here, and not really a whole lot there.
Oof.
Okay, I guess I'll just try presenting the bottle then.
Yes!
No,
Damn it.
maybe the photo of the bottle then?
Yeah, I was thinking that was a bit too obscure, but it's possible that might just be it. Hold on. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Sorry for all the saving and loading, but thankfully it seems to be pretty quick.
This is how I normally play. I save, and then
Yeah.
I load everything.
Yes!
Damn it.
What are we missing?
I don't know, honestly. Okay,
Okay.
here's the thing. Just gonna load again.
Is the bottle the same in the photo where he's dead and the photo where it's just on the table?
Oh, my bad. Let's see. You can't see a good shot of the bottle, unfortunately.
You can't really see it.
Yeah, no. Like, that bottle showing that the cork is still inside of it, so that... Yeah,
What are we trying to prove? What explains the witness how he was able to consume it? Again, it brought up the word anesthesia in the notes, and then he went to a
It couldn't have been
A dentist?
It
it couldn't have been because he talked to him before he
Yeah.
died.
Yeah,
Unless it was
no.
like a really no, it can't be a slow affecting thing. Thinking about this too hard.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's just that the fact that they chose the word anesthetic again, anesthesia.
They'll
That's
consume the supposedly
kidding
poisoned
me?
water unscathed. I might just straight up have to look up... I don't want to look up the answer if I don't have to, is the thing. But I am aware that I'm streaming this, so I have to think... Should we just, like, start presenting random things and then hope that it results in something?
Try the blue book for the time being,
The report?
just to get that out of my head.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Oh, okay, that worked.
Oh!
The answer to the riddle is right here in Miss Brett's own research report.
Objection!
That's not a valid explanation.
No?
After all, we don't speak English. That report is utter gibberish. This impudent young scoundrel is trying to ridicule the court, Your Excellency.
I'm not trying to ridicule anyone. Honest. I'm just reading Susato-san's notes. I concur. This report is too extensive to be considered in its entirety by the court. You will direct us to the pertinent section, Counsel. Which section of the report reveals the alleged answer to this riddle? Okay.
It's gotta be.
Time to save.
Okay, which part was it in? Okay, what options do we have?
Yes, let's take a look. Synopsis, special characteristics, practical
Applications, I would assume, because they're asking how he would get it in a system.
Yeah, let's okay, let's try this. It's written right here under practical applications. Damn it.
Come on, mate.
Oh, really? Go on.
Well, think about it. You want to know how the poison can be drunk without taking effect? That's a practical application of the poison's use as a drink, maybe?
Attention!
Oh boy.
Ah, crap. Okay. I'm gonna load.
Damn it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, synopsis. Let's try special characteristics, or... Yeah, let's try special characteristics. I think that is more... We've been hearing a lot about this curare poison. Curare. Curare. Curio. Curada-ba-ba-ba-ba-boo. It's left me curious about something. You could say I'm curaris about something, eh? Eh?
No.
They all just kind of look at him. I'll continue. Well, it sounds as though indigenous hunters have been using this poison for years and years. To lace the heads of their arrows that they shoot at whatever prey they're hunting. Nod. So we've been led to believe, yes. And the point of hunting is to catch prey to eat.
Go to the points, please.
But if they were to use these laced arrows, doesn't that mean there would be traces of poison left in the prey the hunters were going to eat? Yes, good point. Okay, so it's just a logical thing that we had to think about that wasn't really involved in any way in this case. So surely the hunters would want to eat their prey, would they? Because they'd be eating poison. Wouldn't want to eat their prey, I should say. Good gracious, Council. No, that would be madness. But I actually found the answer to that conundrum in this research paper here. Okay, wait a minute. Did we miss something?
Oh no!
Characteristics.
Okay.
Route of entry.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm getting it now. It can only do it if it's actually entered into the bloodstream directly. I think eating the poison doesn't actually kill you.
Oh.
So, like, you literally have to inject yourself or, like, put it into your bloodstream before it kills.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Right, alright. I think that makes more sense. Under special characteristics, it says this. The poison starts to work after entering the body through a wound. Through a wound, you say? I see, that makes sense. Yes. The mention of that particular detail seemed a little strange to me, though. ... But it all makes sense when you interpret what's written like this. When Curar enters the body through an open wound, it has a terrifying poisonous effects. However, when it enters the body via the mouth, it has no poisonous effects whatsoever. What? Miss Brett, you authored this research. You knew Curar's special characteristics. And you knew that you could make a spectacle of drinking the water without any danger to yourself.
You meddling little. Oh, I didn't even have a chance to read that right.
She said rapscallion.
So quick.
Well,
This
Ryunosuke.
one.
Well,
God.
Ryunosuke, it turns out you're an even better lawyer than I thought you'd be.
Oh, look at his headband flowing in pride.
Really? Me? A lawyer?
Attention!
All this poison talk is fascinating, I'm sure, but I fail to see how it possibly...
So, the ill-bred little puppy has a new toy to play with. Some facts he read in a book. But I'm afraid knowledge doesn't suit you, little boy. It only makes you look silly.
What are you trying to say?
Your schoolboyish logic has a fatal flaw.
Schoolboyish? Flaw?
as even your brain has managed to deduce, Curara is safe to ingest. It seems likely that its effects are neutralized by the acidic nature of the gastric suckers?
I guess.
Suckers. Suck.
Oh, yes, well, of course. Gastric suckers? What are they?
Oh, look at these little pores, so much like Phoenix.
Haha.
So, if this lethal poison is completely harmless when drunk, the professor wouldn't have died when he swallowed it, would he?
Ah! That's right! Good gracious.
Basic science. Science that even a schoolboy should be able to understand, no?
Order! Order in the court! Order! The logic holds. If the lady and the professor drank the same poison, it would be affected in the same way. Are you trying to suggest?
Yes, this curare poison is completely irrelevant to the case on the trial.
That's right. Surely even a little cockroach like you could understand something as simple as that. Oh. ...
What is this welling up inside me? I've never felt like this before. It's a sort of conviction to break down all the discrepancies. It's so intense, almost rage-like. And more than anything else, it's an animalist desire to take down my prey. Rah! He just jumps on top of her, bites the bird.
Help!
God. Yeah!
Point! My boy! Yeah.
I don't think so, Miss Jazeel Brett.
How dare you use that tone with me?
You know very well that there is no fatal flaw here. You know exactly why, even though both you and the victim swallowed the same poison. You are alive, but Dr. Wilson is dead. Oh! What if, because he had his tooth extracted, he was able to enter the bloodstream that way?
Like a wound!
Yes!
Yes!
Counsel, I'm sure I don't need to remind you. You must provide compelling evidence. I think we have our evidence. It's elementary, my dear Haley.
Ah!
As we now know that this poison is completely harmless when ingested, why would Dr. Wilson alone have been killed by the Curar?
Because he was trying to take care of his health. Get his teeth out.
Take that!
As Miss Brett so readily pointed out, she drank the same water as the professor.
She drank the waiter!
But I'm right here. She drank you! Okay.
No!
However, there was a fundamental and fatal difference between the two diners. A fatal difference? ... The toxic effects of the Curar are only felt when the poison enters the body through an open wound. So, for a healthy person with no injuries, drinking it is completely harmless. But what if there was a wound inside the mouth of the person drinking the poisoned water?
Inside?
Yes, like the wound you might have if you had just been to the dentist and had a tooth extracted, for example. Aha! Ah! Oh!
Got it.
Miss Brett, you've acknowledged many times in your testimony already that you were well aware of Dr. Wilson's dental appointment that day. So, that's it. You used that knowledge to orchestrate this. Oh, she's about to go crazy.
I hope she doesn't do like a massive laugh, because I cannot do that.
Okay, well if you do, then I'll do it. And I'll just make it a lot sillier.
Yeah.
Is she laughing?
I don't like to repeat myself, but honestly, I can't resist. These childish courtroom games and your half-baked arguments are all so puerile.
What do you mean?
Don't worry, little schoolboy. You'll find out soon enough. Oh. What's she doing? What's she doing? You see, when you leave the vital evidence lying around, you never know what might happen to it.
No!
I mean, it could just slip. Oh, she's a bitch.
Motherfucker!
Oh dear, how careless of me. I'm afraid some crucial evidence may have just been tragically destroyed.
I mean, that alone is a crime, I
mean-
believe.
Yeah, that's a crime.
Yeah, why are we not throwing you in jail right now?
She publicly destroyed evidence.
No! What is it? What just happened? It's the Englishwoman. She just smashed that bottle. And in the Supreme Court, what a terrible blunder. Officer, what are you waiting for? Collect up as much of the water from that broken ball as possible. At once!
You're wasting your time. The delightful carpet under my feet here was a gift from the British Empire. I assure you, it will soak up the water beautifully.
Okay, why are we not arresting her?
You have neither the technology nor the presence of mind to recover it. Yeah, just freaking arrest her. Oh, this is totally the princess laugh, but I don't know if Discord will catch it or not.
How could you? You won't get away with this!
You can thump the bench and shout as much as you like, little boy. But I'm afraid we'll never know now, will we? If there really was poison in the bottle, or not.
Is there poison in the carpet?
Bring it!
You?
And let us not forget, we still have some very compelling evidence left behind, intact.
I just...
Judge what I'm going to say.
I just had a stupid thought. What if a guy walked over to this, started picking up the glass, just like, oop, cut myself.
Oh,
Falls over
imagine.
dead. Falls over
Who
dead.
wants to volunteer? Isn't that right, counsel for the prosecution?
Oh, of course, of course! You're referring to this photographic print, I presume, dear lady?
That's right. And really, looking at this photograph, it's clear as day, isn't it? The poor professor was sitting with his back to me. So of course, the only person who could have shot him... from the front is the little schoolboy.
Objection!
Someone arrest her.
No! You killed the victim that day, using Curararar. And then, in order to frame Ryunosuke Naruhodo for the crime, you waited until he picked up the pistol you'd arranged for him to find on the floor, before you shot the professor's dead body in the chest with your own hidden gun. Then, in the confusion that followed, all you had to do was turn the dead professor and his chair around. You see? You had every opportunity to commit this crime.
What a wonderful imagination you have, young man. ... Hidden gun, you say? And I shot the professor's dead body, did I? Well, I'm terribly sorry, but you don't have a shred of evidence.
Exactly! And as you have nothing to support your wild claims, the prosecution's stance remains unchanged. The victim, Dr. John H. Wilson, was killed by a gunshot to the chest. Delivered in cold blood by that accused Ryunosuke Naruhodo. This is unbelievable. How can this be happening? We had her, but now... Is she really going to get away with it? No, seriously, is she going to get away with it? Do we not have laws against destroying evidence in a public space?
Apparently not.
What the fuck is wrong with this country?
The game wouldn't proceed without that.
The way she destroyed that evidence was obscene. Ryunosuke, yes? We've come this far, but now, Now you're the only one who can finish it. What? What do you mean? We've lost a vital piece of evidence? It's true. So if there are any clues left for us to use now, they must be in your head. In my head? You told me before that your powers of observation were the one thing you could really depend upon. Well, yes, that's true, but I didn't notice that this woman was a foreigner with a swan on her head. So think back again now. Try to remember every last detail about the scene that day. Everything you saw, everything you felt, every color, every smell. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay. ... What I saw, what I felt. Every
Zoom.
color? Huh?
Tomato sauce.
Is Kazuma right? Somewhere in the vibrant memory of this same scene in my head, could there be another clue to expose the identity of Dr. Wilson's killer? Well, there's gotta be a clue. Actually, Kazuma, I think it might have something. I think I might have something. Thinking back over everything I saw, I think I might have uncovered another clue. Haha! You always have something up your sleeve, don't you, Ryunosuke? Come on, then. Let's wipe the smug smile off that English woman's face with some evidence! Alright, I can't wait!
So excited.
So excited! It's been niggling me for a while that something feels amiss in my memories of that day. Whatever it could be the key to arriving at the truth about all this. It's here somewhere. The clue that shows just who Dr. Wilson's real killer must have been is...
I mean, I wonder what it could possibly be asking us to look at.
Yeah, okay. Actually, I'm gonna save just to be on the safe side.
Yeah, now that I've said that, if it's
Yeah.
not the obvious stain of blood, then I will feel very silly.
Take that!
Inspector Hosonaga, answer me this! Yes? What is it?
Don't yell at him.
He's still miles away. Probably thinks about that bottle being smashed. He's just like, do we not have laws against destroying evidence in a courtroom? Seriously? What the hell, man?
What's wrong with these people?
As you've said a number of times now, you strive for perfection in your investigations, don't you? Absolutely. I wonder, therefore, if perhaps you took anything else from the scene of that crime. Like, for instance, the plate of the steak you took the victim's table that day.
Objection!
Wait a minute! Where are you going with...
Shut up!
Oh, excuse me, I just had a drink.
Yeah,
Where are you going with this little boy?
it's just a memory that's been troubling me.
What memory?
I saw the scene shown in this photograph print with my own eyes that day. And I saw on the wooden base of the plate that the steak was served on was a spattering of blood. What?
Oh, really? Then what of it? Obviously, that must have happened when you shot the professor.
No, that can't be the case. Take a good look at the photograph and the relative position of everything there. The plate of steak is almost directly behind the victim. If I'm supposed to have shot Dr. Wilson in the chest from the front, there's no way that blood from the victim could have ended up directly behind him. Ah! Yes. For blood to have made on the plate, it implies the plate was between the victim and the shooter. Which means the shooter must have been sitting opposite of the professor, as you were. Jazeel Brett!
Jasper, I beg your pardon.
Objection!
This is beyond ridiculous! Fabricated nonsense!
Is the court seriously expecting to believe something the accused has apparently just remembered seeing?
Yeah, true. That probably wouldn't really hold up in a normal court.
This could be the moment that my entire career in the police force has been leading to.
Inspector, you mean...
Yes, I took the plate in the interest of preserving evidence from the scene of the crime. I took it, meat and all, and I don't care if they call me a crime scene thief because of it.
You did what?
Well, I mean... You're less guilty than she is. I took the steak that you had been eating, Miss Brett. I took the steak that the sergeant had been eating. And I did it all in the name of justice.
He's so pleased with himself.
So pleased with myself, I will even name my own grandchild Justice. He'll be like, I don't know, the son of a singer, and he'll have lived in like, he'll have lived in like another country for like a couple years of his life, and he'll also have gone to an astronaut school or something. I don't know. His backstory was kind of weird.
Don't you diss my favorite boy, okay? He's got like 3 backstories, but he's beautiful.
I'm sorry. Apollo's okay.
I will defend him with my life.
Apollo's okay. I like Apollo. Then we can find out for sure whether or not he's the bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. There's a bloodstain on Miss Brett's plate. We must examine it now. Inspector. The court wishes to examine the plate from the victim's table immediately. Yes, sir.
It's just the actual steak, like right there.
Sorry for the delay. Here's what you ordered. The steak. Well, what about the blood? Is there blood on it? Of course there isn't! Quickly, Inspector, the blood man! Show the court! Of course. Examine the plate at your leisure. Oh, no!
Okay, but it kind of doesn't make sense that there's no blood at all, even from the steak, because that is a very pink steak.
True.
So someone has clearly cleaned this up.
No blood. No blood anywhere. But no! That's impossible! I know I saw it. I'm sure of it. It was right there on the table behind the professor. There was blood on the side of the plate.
Is it a different steak? What an unbecoming expression, little boy. Ah! You see? This is why I always say you can't trust what the Japanese tell you.
Brock? She sure is racist. She sure is racist.
She's so racist.
Ugh! Tisk! I couldn't agree more. In the case of the disguise, in the case of this disgrace to the Empire.
Okay, that's a fun joke.
Dude, she's insulting you.
I believe we may finally have reached a conclusion in this trial.
Let's hope so. This let's pretend attempt at courtroom proceedings is painful to watch.
Better think fast now. The stake in this
Oh, no.
case. The stakes in this case are high.
No! I love it. Oh, right. I wasn't paying attention. But
okay.
I do promise to do my best to forget all about it when it's over. ...
Haha! This sorry-looking steak reveals the facts to all too clearly.
Can we get to look at it?
If the sorry-looking accused wishes to examine it again, be my guest.
Okay, let's take a look at this baby.
Let's look at the steak. A lot of it.
Is the plate I saw, or I thought I saw, just a figment of my imagination?
So is his power just like really good memory?
I guess. Maybe that is his power.
What did you find?
The emblem on the side of the plate. Is it a cat? It's a cow, obviously. Most
Is
likely
it a
because-
cat? Oh my god.
Most likely because the restaurant's signature dish is beefsteak. It seems like a lot of different restaurants have their own unique tableware. So this is the symbol of La Carnival, is it? Okay, anything else? I guess we'll
Just
look
the
at the
steak
steak.
itself? The big bite. Why does it look like...
What?
Oh.
Oh, this is the wrong steak. This is that gold coin that old antique dealer had.
He was eating that. Oh, his coin was under the steak the entire time.
Exactly. Huh? What in the world is this? I think it's a Koban coin, and the hallmark is from the Hoei era, I believe. No, I don't believe. I mean, what is it? I mean, what's it doing there?
Damn it, Non.
Wait. you
A
saying it was-
mistake. Shit.
Damn it! Wait, did you say it was a Hoei Koban? Yes, and apart from the meat juices, it looks to be in good condition. I imagine it's very valuable. This isn't the first time that there's been talk of a Hoei Koban. I've heard of pearls before swine, but I've never heard of bullion. God damn it! That's terrible. That's terrible. I don't think you ever will again. This is extraordinary, though. This means...
I can't believe that I called it in the last episode that steak would come back to haunt us.
That was a mistake on your part.
God damn it.
This is it now. I've lost. Ryunosuke, it's not over yet. Not until the final gavel. Never stop believing in yourself. Keep looking forward, no matter what.
Get up, boy.
Believe in myself. Really? Maybe I should at least examine the evidence. Yeah, that's what I did.
We already did!
As the evidence requested by the defense has been shown to be problematic in any way, I presume any further examination of evidence in this trial will be unnecessary. Does the defense have any objection?
Yes.
That bloodstain was going to clinch the trial for me. Yeah. I can't display the state for any other clues at all. There is another clue. Your Excellency, please wait. This plate of beef is hiding another clue. Another clue that will reveal the shocking truth.
Objection!
There's only thing shocking.
Oh, what happened just then? Did that...
Oh,
Maybe
sorry.
by itself?
I think I tapped it too fast. Sorry.
Oh, I was thrown!
Sorry.
Yeah.
Let me go back and read it. The only thing that's shocking here is your unhealthy fascination with beefsteak.
There we go. Not gonna say that. Screw everything else. I think I've made myself clear, haven't I? I will not be able to turn a blind eye to any more unnecessary procrastination in the trial. Long words are hard.
I'm sorry, Miss Brett. We must ensure a thorough examination of the evidence. I will not give a ruling until I'm completely satisfied that all reasonable doubt has been dispelled.
I see. As a newly affirmed ally of my country? Of my country, that's still your position, is it?
Thank you, Your Excellency. Counsel for the defense, you will now clearly show the court what you are alluding. Where precisely on this plate of beefsteak is the new clue to be found?
Yeah, if the waiter or slash detective was supposed to be like, oh, I'm perfect, I want things to be perfect, how did he get the steak wrong?
Yeah.
The coin! It's the coin!
Just gotta skip through all this because this is already dialogue that I've seen. Don't know why they're having us do this again. I guess I got ahead of myself.
We got too excited.
We got too excited.
I'm sure the man will be very happy to have his meaty coin back.
Good gracious, that's... Koban?
Earth?
A Hoei era one at that. Miss Brett,
This is in fact the beefsteak that you ordered at the restaurant on the day in question, is it? Tell me, why is there an old coin seemingly hidden underneath the meat?
Ridiculous question. How should I know? I've never seen that thing before in my life. I don't know what this is, but I want no part of it.
Objection!
I fail to see how this is relevant. A coin under the meat? That could simply have been a careless mistake by the chef in a moment of distraction.
Objection!
Don't be absurd. We're supposed to believe that this happened by accident in the kitchen? Or where Hoei Koban just happened to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll rip up my ticket to Great Britain right now. He's right. It can't be a coincidence. Your Excellency! Yes, Counsel? A rare Hoei Koban just happens to be hidden underneath that piece of steak? If this turns out to be irrelevant to the case, I'll give up my lawyer job right now!
Objection!
Copy him.
By all means, don't let us stop you. No one invited you anyway.
Perhaps, little boy, you should realize that it is you who is irrelevant.
Even though I'm the one on trial here? The point is, it's essential that we ask the owner of this coin if he can explain what it's doing under that steak. The owner? Yes, it's obvious. There's only one person it can belong to.
The old man.
The owner of the Koban was shown underneath the beefsteak is... Yeah, it's this guy.
Mr. Longface.
Obviously, it can only be the antique dealer and owner of Rasute, Kurio Kurikuta-san.
As in Mr. Cucumber something? Honestly, these ridiculous Japanese names are quite unfathomable.
Ah, yes. The old man who testified earlier alongside the military sergeant, correct? Yes, Your Excellency. I remember him saying that he was up to something with his Koban coin when it happened. And at exactly the moment the gun was fired. The gunshot interested me not. I was far too busy on the floor. Too busy on the floor? Sorry, what were you doing? Hunting for the treasure. Indeed, the Hoei Koban, my prized coin. This Hoei Koban, do you mean to tell me?
Objection!
No, please, why would Korikuta-san's Koban be sandwiched between the victim's beefsteak and its plate? It makes no sense!
Yes!
Which is why I'm asking to bring Korikuta-san back to the witness stand, so we can ask him. Officer, bring both witnesses to that testified earlier back in here. Without a moment's delay. Shit is getting intense. I can't believe we've come back round that pair again. But I have a hunch, a strong hunch. If we chase down the real significance of this Koban, we'll find that key element to this case.
Why would you need to bring back both of them?
Not sure, but I guess we'll see.
Oh, I suppose they're trying to introduce the four.
Yeah, the
'cause,
four-way.
isn't the whole thing about this game is that you have like a bunch of people on the stand at
there's
multiple times?
Yeah, there's a jury mechanic in this game. I think this is the introduction to it.
Yeah.
What's this all about? Why have I been called up again? Do you realize that it's dinner time for my little baby Ido? When my son's belly is empty, he's fiercer than a pack of wolves. Exploited by the police, we were, like the miserable dogs, forced to bear false witness. And when cast from this courtroom, myself, I became a ruined man in a trice, a worthless, withered antique. Nothing more have I to say. The sun has set on this Rasute shop owner's existence. Be that as it may, Korikuta-san, something has come to the light that requires your clarification. My bad. As far as your Rasute memory serves, have you ever... Whoa! Yes! That's it! The one! The very one! The very exact one that it is! The resplendent, splendiferous hoary treasure that my rusty bones managed to misplace that fateful day! It can't be! Sorry, take a drink. As I thought. Young man! Enlighten this decrepit old fool. Put me out of my misery. Where? Where was my treasure? Where was it dropped? Oh, I'm not sure it was dropped anywhere. We found your coin sandwiched between the beefsteak and its plate, soaking in seasoned meat juices. Sandwich? Soaking? Seriously?
Delicious.
Clearly, it couldn't have fallen there by accident, which means somebody must have hidden it there on purpose. Somebody concealed my Hoy treasure between a slab of meat and a metal plate. Who would do such a thing? Such an unconscionable thing!
Yeah, I can't think of a reason why someone would swap a steak at this point.
Excuse me, could I say something? Yes, of course. Proceed, Inspector Hosonaga. I mentioned this earlier on in the trial, but I was working undercover in the restaurant in order to investigate another case. Ah, yes, that's right. The secret undercover operation. The La Carnival is a high-class Western cuisine restaurant. It attracts wealthy diners, including many foreigners. Recently, there's been a run-in of similarly executed thefts targeting the restaurant's rich clientele. A number of such incidents have been reported to the police bureau. Wicked crimes indeed. We wanted to nip the case in the bud quickly, especially with so many foreigners being affected. So that's why you were sent in undercover, is it? Yes. I took on the job of waiter at the restaurant in order to flush out the criminal. It seems likely that this coupon incident is the work of the same thief. Sorry. So unbeknownst to us, there was a master thief at work in the restaurant on a regular basis. The place is already the scene of several crimes, it seems. I don't know about the master thief part, but the identity of this person who stole it and hid the Korikuta-san's coupon is all too clear. What? What?
The baby.
I think so too, actually. I think that is what they're going with. I think the court would like to hear the defense view on this matter. Tell us, who is this despicable scoundrel that stole Korikuta-san's and hid under the steak?
The baby! Oh, well, the sergeant, I mean, who else could it be? That's probably the only reason they brought him back.
Take that!
Obviously, it can only be you. Sergeant Iesa Nosa! Well, what? How? How dare you, you monster! Monster? I stole that coupon, did I? I'm the master thief of La Carnival, am I? You're seriously accusing me of these crimes, cadet? But it wasn't me. It was Ido! Ido is the mastermind behind all this!
Just stole out his son.
Rah, rah. You would push the blame for your crimes onto your own son? An innocent little baby? It's you who's the monster, Sergeant Nosa!
What you got to say about that, boy?
Clumpity clompity clumpity clomp 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 clomp. Gah!
Roby's back. The baby's gonna testify now?
Nippon Imperial Army Sergeant Iesa Nosa, preparing to stand down in the Supreme Court, sir. Okay.
What is happening? No, bring the baby back.
Do any of you know of the extraordinarily low wages the Nippon Imperial Army pays to those it expects to keep our country safe? Oh. Okay, I guess this is his sad, tragic backstory. Now it is time for my tragic backstory. You see, Perry the Platypus.
Perry the Platypus.
You see, Perry the Platypus. The Imperial... The extraordinary low wages of the Nippon Imperial Army pays those who expect to keep its country safe.
I understand that the temporary increase in taxation owing to the recently ended conflicts remains in place. And I have heard it's hard for lower-ranked soldiers to make a living, yes.
All I want is to put a hot meal on the table for my son, Perry the Platypus.
That's why you were stealing things at the restaurant?
The place is heaving with money. Every 3 days, I go there and do reconnaissance for a target. And I'd enjoy chomping my way through for a good steak at the same time.
It sounds like he doesn't bother with a knife and fork even, which is...
How does he afford the steak if he has no money?
Oh, I waste tons of money paying for the steaks, but I also make a considerable amount of money stealing it. It roughly translates to about, oh wow, that low a percentage? Man, I am not wise. Help me, Perry the Platypus. My family is dying.
Stop spending $300 million on candles.
No.
And your target that day was the old man and his koban?
Yes, sir. He was an easy mark. I slipped the coin into my pocket without any trouble at all.
A veritable phantom thief you are. Not exactly.
I was all set to leave the steak. I was halfway through devouring when it happened. Yes, when the professor was shot.
Oh, that's Renosuke, my bad. I was Professor Doofenshmirtz there for a second.
I knew that if the police conducted a search and found the coin in my pocket, I'd be finished. I know too. So I hid the incriminating evidence as fast as I could.
That's the same voice I do for Ouchie.
Ouchie. I got an ouchie.
What happened?
I mean, it was self-inflicted, but, you know,
Oh.
it's just the tattoo I got.
Oh,
Painful.
right. Right, the
I'm
tattoo.
so bruised.
Yeah, I hear tattoos. I hear tattoos are a pain. My brother's a tattoo artist, so I'm familiar with it happening.
I don't normally bruise, but this one, it's like someone's just like... I don't know, it's just like a massive... God, I'll have to take a photo of it later, because it's like the biggest bruise I've ever had.
Jeez.
Insane. Anyway.
I slipped it under the steak, hoping that I'd be able to rendezvous with it again at a later date. ...
Jim.
I'm assuming that's gonna be Jazeel.
Maybe. I mean, it seems like something she would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Perhaps you could carry on with this absurd prattling in your own time.
Well, Miss Brett.
Oh, of course, dear lady, of course. How rude of us. I'm quite sure there's no need to detain you any longer at all. May the esteemed gentlewoman please be excused, Your Excellency.
Indeed.
Come on.
The theft of the koban was clearly perpetuated by this baby-battled sergeant. It would certainly appear to be unrelated to Dr. Wilson's murder.
Of course it is. Hiding a coin under a lump of meat? The sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me.
Nonsense, is it?
Well, oof.
And as for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork? It's beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. I did think the steak looked like it had taken a bite instead of like a normal cut.
Yeah. Very well. Now all the questions concerning this witness's testimony have been answered. I see no further justification for detaining her. Miss Brett, you are free to leave.
But it's clearly not her steak then. Get
Yeah,
the other steak!
Yeah, it's the wrong steak.
Jeez! Thank you. Good luck, everyone. Screw that word. hate how stupid word. And good day.
Dot dot dot. Ryunosuke, what's the matter with you? This is no time for daydreaming. Oh, no, it's just... Something about Miss Brett's parting words there got me thinking. I can't quite work out what exactly, but something she said jarred with me. I feel like there was a contradiction in there somewhere. Something didn't quite add up. If that's the case, don't just stand there thinking, make your voice heard. Sorry. You can't think later, but if you don't call out now, it'll be too late. The trial will be over.
Love his face when he like looks up into the camera like there's just no thought in that head.
Wait, Miss Brett!
What is it now?
I'm afraid, just one last time. There's something I'd like to ask you. I'd like you to explain the contradiction in your parting words from just a few moments ago.
What are you talking about? What contradiction?
Objection!
The state fight.
What new student nonsense is this? Well, what parting words are you talking about, Ryunosuke?
Hiding a coin under a lump of the sheer nonsense of such an idea astounds me. As for picking up your steak and biting into it without using a knife and fork? It is beyond nonsense. It's pure madness. A heathen!
Yes, right. Yes, I'm right. What you said there was an undeniable contradiction. I'm going to need to see evidence, counsel. If Miss Brett's words truly are contradictory, where is the evidence to prove it? Well, I'm going to save because...
It's like, you know what the contradiction is, but it's like, what evidence do you want for me to prove it? Like, what leads up to it?
Yeah. Let me see.
I'm assuming it's a steak, because it definitely very clearly has a big bite out of it, but then you also have this one.
And it also,
the bite marks are
there's
different.
yeah, see, there's also a knife and a fork, and they're dirty.
And I don't
so-
know. You right.
Take that!
The photographic print of the scene taken immediately after the incident occurred? What's interesting is the plate of steak that you can see on the victim's table. The steak that Miss Brett had been eating before the professor was killed? Yes, go on. More accurately, Your Excellency, the steak that was on the victim's table just before the professor was killed. No, you're just splitting hairs. Not true. Doesn't something about the steak strike you as very unnatural? Unnatural? What earth do you mean? It's extremely obvious. I'm talking about the shape of the edge where it's been eaten. I see you've noticed it too, Miss Brett. Noticed what exactly, Counsel? Just a few moments ago, Miss Brett claimed no Englishman could ever contemplate picking up a steak and biting it into it without using a knife and fork. Of course she did! She's a refined English gentlewoman herself! Then take a good look at this steak, in particular the edge where it's been eaten. As you can see, there are clearly defined barbaric teeth marks there. Ah! Oh. It looks like Miss Brett has realized something. So, if the witness as she claims wouldn't contemplate eating anything without using a knife and fork, there shouldn't be teeth marks in the steak at all.
Objection!
But what is your actual point? Perhaps the delightful Miss Brett was ravenously hungry and couldn't help her.
Sweat.
Oh, whatever you say, my dear lady.
As I said, I really must be leaving now. Afternoon tea with the Minister of Justice cannot possibly wait any longer.
Of course. This will all be over in the blink of an eye. Rest assured, I'm about to put this rookie in his place, just...
I've heard enough, you irritating little speckled samurai relic.
Of course. Dear lady... What's the matter, Miss Brett? Have we ruffled your feathers? Clearly, the witness knows what this means. She's realized the catastrophic implications these teeth marks in the stake have for her. Ryunosuke, do you know where you're going with this? Well, yeah. I mean, I know where I'm going with this. Yes, now at last, it's all come together. The mysterious teeth marks in a steak that had allegedly been eaten with cutlery. Yeah, I'm really glad that we stopped when we did. This is taking a while.
Oh my gosh.
The reason why the bloodstains I saw somehow had to have disappeared. And most importantly, the evidence that proves once and for all who shot Dr. Wilson that day.
Dun dun.
I accept these teeth marks in the steak are a little unnatural, as you put it, Counsel. But what exactly are you suggesting that tells us? Everything, Your Excellency. Everything? Yes. I believe these barbaric teeth marks in the steak here amount to conclusive evidence in this case. Evidence that will prove beyond any doubt who shot Dr. Wilson.
Conclusive evidence? How many times have I heard that today? You wouldn't know the meaning of the phrase. Typical Japanese empty threats.
How can you be so sure?
Oh, it's quite simple. If you really had such conclusive evidence, you would have presented it to the court long ago.
Actually, the evidence I'm talking about hasn't been brought before the court yet. Hasn't been... what? But just because it hasn't been shown yet, doesn't mean the evidence does not exist.
Objection!
This is absurd! This trial has run several hours already, and you say there's evidence yet to be brought forward? There can't be! I don't believe you have it!
Objection!
I don't, but there is someone who does have it. Someone in this very courtroom. And if that person is willing to submit this piece of evidence I'm referring to, we'll solve every remaining mystery about this case. Very well. I have a feeling this will be my last request of the defense in this trial. Okay, I'm just gonna save then, because I get the
Shouldn't
feeling...
be talking about the other steak, so someone's just gonna slap a steak out. Here you go, I got it.
Yeah. And...
I'm assuming the detective?
yeah, I guess the detective has to be the one.
Take that!
The answer is obvious. It's Inspector Hosonaga. What? I have it? Yeah.
Did she steal the steak? You know what?
You,
I wouldn't be surprised.
you think I've been withholding conclusive evidence? That's ridiculous. No, I'm not saying that. Everyone's attention has been focused on this steak with the teeth marks. Yes. Now, earlier this afternoon, Sergeant Nosa told the court the following. I'd enjoy chomping my way through a good steak, as well as admitting to stealing Korikuta-san's coin. He told us that he slipped it under the steak. You watched it, Cadet? I'm a superior officer! Perry the Platypus! Sergeant Nosa, could you please confirm something for me? Was the steak that you put the coin under, in fact, your own steak? Attention! Affirmative, of course! I might be a soldier in the Imperial Nippon Army, but still... I'm not brave enough to ask a foreign gentlelady if she'd mind me manhandling her metal to hide something in it. In other words, the steak that the detective submitted as evidence earlier was in fact Sergeant Nosa's meal. Okay, detective, why did you not just bring forward all the steaks? Why didn't you just bring forward all the steaks that were at the that were in the thing at the time? And if one of them had blood on it, we'd be like, oh, he was right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like there was like gonna be heaps of steaks to bring out. There was like 2 people.
Yeah. But that makes no sense. That plate was taken from the victim's table.
Objection!
Yet the gentlewoman doesn't take bites out of her steak, nor did she have any opportunity to steal the coin.
They didn't steal it. To even suggest such a thing would be an affront to the entire British Empire.
Yeah, the British Empire never steals things, looks to camera.
No, of course I don't. No, I definitely don't.
Well then,
How do you explain this paradox?
Exactly! Surely you're not going to suggest that the sergeant switched the two stakes over?
He's a fool.
You did switch the plates?
He just... Oh my god.
Well, after it happened, when I saw the civilian had been murdered right in front of my eyes like that, I panicked. Anyone would parry the platypus. As I said, I immediately lifted my stake and hid the coin underneath it. But then when the waiter announced he was an undercover policeman, I thought I'd had it. If he decided to investigate my slab of meat, that'd be it. I'd be getting my marching orders. So when the cadet here was arrested and taken off the kitchen, I seized my chance.
I'm gonna take a sip of water.
With military precision and timing, I switched my stake with the foreign ladies' table.
What? You can't have. I never saw you do such a thing.
It was called Operation Lightning Bolt. There was no time for strategic planning. It was do or die, I tell you. So yes, I did what had to be done. Unbelievable! However, fear not, Prosecutor-san. What now? I swear on the brass buttons of my uniform, that is all I did, sir. All you did? That's plenty, Sergeant.
Yes!
Yes.
So if Sergeant knows to switch the plates over, it means he took Miss Brett's steak and the plate it was on back to his own table. Yes, that follows. Inspector Osanaga. Yes. Earlier in this trial, you told the court this. You said that you had not only taken Miss Brett's steak after the incident, but also the sergeant's. That to preserve evidence, you had to take both.
Ah!
That's correct. Then please present it to the court now. The plate that was actually on the victim's table at the precise moment he was shot.
Shut up!
Can that possibly tell us now? I mean, cold slab of tough meat? Can't have the slightest bearing on the case.
Objection!
No, you're not wriggling your way out of it this time, lady.
I beg your pardon?
Surely you're not that forgetful. Surely you remember the reason why this steak pan promised to prove such a problem for you, no? Ugh, too many peas.
You're the ones who decided it was a problem, not me.
The reason the defense asked to see this plate was to confirm something the defendant remembered seeing.
Good reason. Thinks he remembers.
I'm quite sure of what I saw, Miss Brett. On the side of that plate was on the table directly behind Dr. Wilson. There was a clear splattering of blood from the gunshot wound the victim's chest. I believe the defendant's memory serves him well. And now we have the evidence to prove it. The plate you were eating from, Miss Brett. Let us not prolong this any further. Inspector, you will show the evidence to the court. Present the beefsteak and the plate that was originally on the victim's table at the time of the incident. Yes, sir!
Little smile.
Sorry for
Oh, I
keeping
can
you.
see it.
Aha! Blood! Here is the other steak in its plate. Please, feel free to examine it. Yes!
Aw, yeah.
Bloodstain! It's clearly visible! Look! You know, it's weird how there was a bloodstain on there, but not like the table or the cloth.
Yeah, that's a very specific blood splatter to not get on anything else.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
weird. Now this makes everything clear.
The blood you can see on the side of the plate shows that at the moment the victim was shot, he was facing the table, with his back to me. In other words, it's impossible for Minoru-san to have shot the victim.
No!
It can't be! In fact, there's only one person who could possibly have shot Dr. Wilson from the front. I'm sure everyone knows by now who that person is. That's right. Miss Jazeel Brett! It's you! Dun! Dot dot dot.
Oh, she's having a heart attack. Her swan's dead. Outdone by a Japanese. Me? By a Japanese schoolboy? No. No, no. That's gonna be too high pitched for me to do. No, wait, no.
Tweet. Oh, and there she goes.
She's ascended. Oh, look at the little babies. They should have put one on his head. Please excuse my little outburst. I briefly lost my composure.
Your chicks are cute, ma'am.
Most unbecoming behavior for an English gentlewoman. Forgive me.
Well, Miss Brett, I think it's time you told the court what actually happened that day. The truth, this time.
Gladly, your Grace, your Sir Judge.
Excellent.
I just can't do it. I don't know what's up with me. It was I who took the professor's life, using Kurara. As you summarized, I chose that particular day for one very important reason. The professor had a dental appointment, the extraction of one of his teeth in the morning.
So you plan to kill the professor, knowing that no trace of poison can be found in his water, because the Kurara is unheard of here in Japan.
Yes. Of course, I never intended to remain at the restaurant for as long as I did. I only needed to see the professor take one tiny sip of his water. Would have been all over. I would place the steak I had ordered in front of him to make it appear as though he'd been dining alone. And leave immediately. However, before any of that happened, there was an unexpected visitor at the professor's table.
That would be me, I suppose.
Yes, you. Who else? Right, yeah, I blanked out there for a second. Such a trifling matter, but the fact that you decided to come over and greet the professor meant that I had lost my chance to slip away unnoticed. In due course, the professor took a sip of his water and was paralyzed. I made sure he was sitting in his chair such that he wouldn't fall. There was no going back at that point. So I concocted a plan on the spur of the moment.
A plan to pin Dr. Wilson's murder on this innocent man.
I happen to know that the professor always carried a gun. I decided to use that fact to my advantage. Advantage? I had the bottle of curare in my handbag. And my own pistol concealed under my skirt.
Under your skirt? So I was right. There were 2 guns.
Yes. Yes.
And then I finished my coffee and got up to leave. That's when I noticed the professor's gun, which you had presumably placed on the floor. A place where you were sure that I wouldn't notice it.
Everything went according to plan. You noticed the gun as I intended. And then, just as you bent down to pick it up, bang! Pow pow!
That's when you shot the professor with your own gun, even though at that point, he was already dead.
Naturally, the gunshot caused a commotion, at which point the waiter appeared.
Obviously, I assumed Naruhodo-san was the culprit and apprehended him. I took him to the pantry that adjoins the kitchen and locked him inside. Hello? Anyone? Let me out! It's cold.
That's when I took the opportunity to turn the professor and his chair around. She's strong.
Because of course, you need to make it look like the defendant had shot Dr. Wilson from where he'd pick up the gun.
Gonna show us your face? God damn it. So there you have it. That is the entirety of my misdemeanor. But what was her, motive?
Yeah, don't know. Sorry, I won't let you do it. Yes?
I wonder. Might I... Blech. God. I had a bubble in my throat. Might I speak with you in private later? She's gonna kill him.
I shall call on you.
Thank you. Good day then, everyone. I hope you can forgive me, Naruhodo-san.
Probably not, but...
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, I wouldn't forgive you.
I was hoping she'd go a bit more crazy.
Aw. Oh well, maybe there will be another, female
She
killer
was
who go
cool,
crazy.
gentlewoman.
She truly was. It would seem this trial has finally run its course. I presume the prosecution is in agreement?
This can't be! Takatsuchi Ouchi does not lose! Not to the likes of this rookie student! Oh, I can't believe I lost to a rookie! This is going to be a black smear on my family for generations!
Never saw that coming.
Better start getting used to tough opposition.
Arg! Ryunosuke Naruhodo?
What? Yes?
This is an insult to the Ouchi family name. Will never be forgotten!
I mean, it's true. It's true. They will basically be the, first boss of every single game after this.
Oh yeah.
You've become conceited with age, Council. But the old have to stand aside and make way for the new. It's the way of the world. May you never forget that.
Oh, he's so cool.
What?
How did he reach that far?
1,000 millennia may pass, and still, the Ouchi clan will never measure up to the Naruhodo clan. This trial in the Supreme Court of Japan will, I believe, go down history as the start of a new chapter in our country's judicial system. See, this is the part that kind of blows me, is like... Phoenix? Phoenix? Your great-grandfather was, like, involved in one of the most important cases where he defended himself.
Yeah, Phoenix probably doesn't, probably has no clue. He's just a dumb boy who wanted to do art.
I just wanted to do
And-
art, and then
Yeah, and then wanted to see his best friend from childhood and maybe kiss? And maybe hug?
I'm just imagining Miles Edgeworth is just now looking this up on file, like years after the fact,
Oh my
and he's just
God, he's
like, "What the?
Holy
Oh my
shit.
God, Phoenix, did you? Right? Did you know this about your family?" And Phoenix is just like, "Huh? What about my family?
My
You're-
family do something?
Your great grandfather, he met Sherlock Holmes."
Can you imagine? Oh my god.
Despite being summoned as the accused, you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, presented an excellent case. I thank you, Your Excellency. The use of evidence and deduction to unravel the truth is a modern methodology. After all, it has only been a few short decades since our country opened its doors to the wider world. But the Western ideas of science are rapidly gaining acceptance here. I feel sure that science will soon bring a new methods of investigation and new procedures of justice. And a new future of law awaits, but what it will look like, I cannot begin to imagine. That is for the young to pursue. Kazuma Asogi. Yes. After this trial, you are set to embark on a journey of discovery to the illustrious British Empire. Learn all you can. Absorb everything of the wider world that you are able to. And do not forget to fulfill the mission imposed upon you. I understand, Your Excellency. And I promise you, I will not die in the next chapter.
No! Kazuma!
What was that about? Why do you look so grave all of a sudden? Do not worry, Ryunosuke. Ah, never mind. Do not worry, Ryunosuke. I promise you, I will not die at the start of the next chapter.
Oh, even joke.
As for you, Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Oh, yes? In you, I sense, how can I put it, unusual potential. I very much look forward to seeing how you carry that onwards. Thank you, Your Excellency! It's time to deliver the final verdict. I hereby find the defendant Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Yeah! Not guilty! He's just been like that the entire time. Ouchie. Stuck in that one pose.
He's shocked.
This court is now adjourned.
Bye-bye, Mr. Judge. It was a bad time.
I can't believe it. I can't believe what's happened. I made it. I defended myself and made it through that horrendous trial. Ryunosuke, you finally pulled it off. Congratulations. Well, I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you, Kazuma. Ha 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 ha. No, it was a pleasure to watch you at work. So, you owe me an extra large sukiyaki from the place on Yuma University Street. Don't forget. Good afternoon. All your hard work has certainly paid off. Let's see what this is. Oh,
To
it's
the side. Oh!
it's
Oh, okay. I thought it was going to be like her father or something. Congratulations to both of you for proving Naruhodo-san's innocent.
our trusty judicial assistant, who worked hard for that result too, you know.
Oh, no. I didn't do anything.
Thank you so much!
She's so cute!
If we hadn't had for that research report from Miss Brett, I don't know how things would have turned out.
Your kind words should really be for my father. I was simply doing as he asked. It was his idea for me to go to the university and investigate.
Your father? Ah, yes, of course.
forgive me for intruding on court proceedings, Your Excellency. Excellent. I hate English. Sato Migotova, judicial assistance to the defense.
Speaking of Mikotoba... Ah, there you are. I believe congratulations are in order.
Father!
There we go. Naruhodo, you did an excellent job. Thank you, Professor. Oh no, it is I who should be thanking you, after all. Your efforts to expose the true criminal that took the life of my good friend. Good friend? Oh yes, you mentioned that before. It was you who actually invited Dr. Wilson to Yume University, wasn't it? Yes, that's right. Professor Mikotoba studied overseas himself. He went to study forensic medicine in Great Britain. Presumably, that's where you met Dr. Wilson? Exactly. In those days, we worked together in the same hospital. Oh, you worked together? I've never heard you mention that before. Well, it was a long time ago. Besides, it's your turn, Asogi. ... Great Britain is a magnificent country. It leads the world. Oh no, I don't think these two are related to Maya at all. I think the Fae clan... I don't know how much the Fae clan is involved in this story at all, to be honest.
Yeah, because in
It was the sixth game that like, talked about their, like, ancestry, right?
Yeah, because, like, they're very clearly Japanese in this, but in... what's it called? Something for Justice. Something for Justice. The most recent one besides this one.
Yeah, the sixth
They were in, like, a kind of... a different kind... I don't know what kind of...
It was like Tibet, I think. It was like
yeah,
Tibet
kind of Tibetan
or Nepal.
Yeah, it was like based on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tibet or Nepal. Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's what kind of stems from.
Yeah, and it's like they're a Japanese mystic order, but they have roots in Tibet or something. It's interesting. In science, medicine, engineering, culture, and of course, in law. Watch and learn, my boy. See what's happening in the world's largest melting pot. I will. I'll learn all that I can. I promise you, I will not die. I swear on this. The spirit of the Asogi clan. You're
No,
not
that's what the game's called. Spirit of Justice, Jesus.
Right, okay, good. You're not taking that sword to Great Britain, are you?
Don't separate him from his sword.
Of course I am. The Japanese man's katana is his soul. This blade shows me where I need to go. And cuts down anything that's in my way. Yes, I've definitely seen how sharp it is already with my own eyes.
Killed with his own sword.
That reminds me. What's happened to the woman? To Jazeel Brett, I mean. After all, she's guilty of murder. Ah yes, her.
Vanished. She's gone.
I'm not easy to tell you.
Oh my
It's not
god.
to tell you this, but... What do you mean? Surely she's going to face trial herself now. She's the true culprit, after all.
Of course she's not. What? Oh.
She will be leaving Japan in the very near future. For Shanghai. What? Shanghai? ... Jazeel Brett will not appear in court again in this country. I'm certain of that. What? But why not? It's a consular jurisdiction. Who's that?
Herlock?
Oh, no.
Oh, the waiter.
It's this guy. Inspector Hosonaga! It was a hard-fought battle in the courtroom today. Very impressive to watch. I must congratulate... But what's all this about consular jurisdiction?
Mr. Lousy detective.
We cannot try this particular foreigner for crimes here in Japan. What? We can't try her? But then who? Who's going to bring her to justice?
Never.
A British consular court will hear her case, somewhere far away, where our voices can't be heard. Why consular court? I mean, this sounds like it's unfair, but admittedly...
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a British woman killing a British man. Like if she had killed a Japanese person, then I think there would be a bit more of an international incident going on here. But
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is one of those situations where it just happened to happen in a in Japan, but it's all English.
Yeah.
Like they can deal with it.
Yeah. Professor, I simply don't understand. I thought consular courts were a thing of the past now that we've signed the Friendship Treaty. Yes. In normal circumstances, you're right. Then, so long as this is not a serious incident of a highly political nature to our respective governments. Oh, it totally is that, isn't it? They can't invoke a consular court just like that. Oh. Can't they? Yes, she's a student, but it doesn't justify our government's making a secret agreements about her fate, does it? Something strange is going on.
Is she really
Maybe
Prime
just...
Minister's daughter?
Or maybe she's related to Moriarty. Dun dun. So Miss Brett can't be held accountable for her actions here in Japan. I'm afraid that for the young student. Today's trial was nothing more than a game all along. There was never any danger of comeuppance for her. I don't believe it. The British government's Foreign Affairs Ministry has demanded that we hand over custody of Miss Brett. They're obviously taking the case of a foreign student committing murder very seriously. But it's all going to change from now on.
Is it though?
We can make it change. This is a time of great turmoil. This new era heralded by the start of the 20th century. One day, I have no doubt, that woman will receive the judgment she deserves.
20 years.
Boy, God. Could you imagine? Yes, change is coming. And we're the ones driving it. Well, I think that's enough seriousness for now.
Well, change of topic.
Ryunosuke, my boy. This piece is land that we should all drive for. Or something. He's just the king from CDI Zelda.
Oh my god.
This evening calls for a celebratory drink. But Professor... You're right. This is no time for gloomy faces. We should be celebrating Ryunosuke's not guilty verdict. Let's start having some fun.
They have a point there.
In this case, might I suggest La Carnival? As the head waiter, I should be delighted to provide you with ample food and drink. You're a detective, Hosonaga-san, aren't you? Let's not worry about details for now. To La Carnival! Will you accompany us, Professor?
I wouldn't go back.
Of course! La Carnival's food is second to none. This piece is something we've all been striving for.
Court of murder! I shall go and attend to the paperwork for Naruhodo-san's release. What? Cannot get through a sentence.
Oh yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. So Chazelle Brett won't be tried here. I suppose that means I'll never know. I'll never find out why she killed Dr. Wilson.
Okay, so yeah, there is no motive that we know of.
Not right now, but...
It might come back in another case?
I mean, it's Dr. Watson who was killed. So, he's obviously related to Herlock.
Yeah, it's got to come back at some point.
Related to Herlock and Iris, so, yeah. Kazuma. Yes, Ryunosuke? I just wanted to say thanks again, that's all. You really saved my skin today. You and your amazing, amazing, flowing, waving headband. Ha 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 ha! I didn't do a thing. You were the lawyer in there, weren't you? That defense was all your own work. Your skills made the difference, though. One day, I bet you'll be the best lawyer in the world. I'm not so sure about that. ... To be honest, something kept occurring to me over and over again during the trial. I couldn't help thinking that maybe you're the one destined to become a great lawyer, not me. Are you implying something? Oh, nothing. Just that I will not die.
Don't die.
What? Come on, be serious. If I helped you today, it was only right at the very start of the trial. But you have a natural talent for it. For being a defense lawyer, I mean. Oh no, not me. All that terse verbal combat. I never want to go through that ever again. I just did what you told me to do, that's all. Because I knew I could trust you. That's the point. Sorry? What do you mean, that's the point? Listen, Ryunosuke. Do you know what the most crucial weapon that any lawyer needs to order to win? Well, it's trusting your defendant.
No, true. I suppose
Yeah.
that thing, I guess.
Yeah. And, you know, a really good pointing finger.
Definitely need that. And a good slamming of the table.
Knowledge of the law?
No, heart of the cards.
No. The ability to believe. To believe? To believe what? The heart of the cards.
Cards.
Defense lawyer has to fight for his clients. He has to believe in them at all times. Don't you believe in me when I said I didn't do it? I gotta believe! Yeah! And then we just start doing a parappa battle. Kick, jump, it's all in the mind. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Now jump, kick, punch! Jump, kick, punch! Okay.
I would have joined in, but I've never actually played the game.
I'm human, just like you. I don't have some superhuman ability to know the truth. But you have to make a choice about what to believe in and to stick to it when you're defending someone. Sometimes in the courtroom, you can really be backed into a corner. But being able to remain faithful to what you choose to believe in even then, well, that's not something that anyone can do. It takes a special kind of person. Believe in your client. Just look at today's trial. I'm a student lawyer with precious little real experience, but you never stop believing in me. Well, You face seemingly hopeless situations time and time again, but you never stop looking for the truth. And in the end, you found it, through your own efforts and because you never stopped believing in me. Thanks, Kazuma. Serious. There's something I want to ask you, actually, Ryunosuke. Well,
Yes?
it's a favor, really. Something very important to me. You really want to seal the deal on us, Kazuma? I do.
What?
It sounds serious. What is it? Oh, you're still here, are you? It's the inspector.
No, the romantic tension!
Inspector Hosonaga, you totally ruined this BL moment.
No!
I've arrived. Some rickshaws for us. Let's go. Thank you. We'll be right there. Let's pick up this conversation again later. We should be celebrating right now. Your first court victory. And your study tour to Great Britain. Don't forget.
Flag, death
yes.
flag.
That too.
Please don't die, Kazuma. I like your headband.
So my very first trial came to an end. Kazuma. Professor Mikotoba. Susato-san, who acted as my assistant.
Well, I mean, kind of.
Not really, but Inspector Hosonaga, who didn't really play much of a part, but still. It was because of the help and support of all of these people that I managed to get through that trial. But more importantly, Kazuma hadn't yet managed to ask his favor of me. Little did I realize just how much it would change my life.
Oh my god. And
Okay. So, I think we might be able to end the stream here. If you're okay with that, anyway.
Oh
You
yeah,
are?
like I honestly don't remember the cases being that long, especially like the first one.
Yeah, I was surprised the first case was that long, and... Oh, Unbreakable Speckled Band. Oh! That's the name of the episode. Hold on, I'm gonna Right, so that's the name of the second episode, The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band. So, yeah, if you want to end it right here, that's fine with me.
Yeah, we can continue next time.
Yeah, it sounds great. That sounds great. So, next time, we're going to do The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band, possibly on a ship, possibly a ship murder mystery. What's interesting is, I actually know the Sherlock Holmes mystery this is referencing.
Oh?
Yeah, I've actually read this book in a high school, in fact.
Ooh!
Yeah, so I know what the story that is referencing here is, but I don't quite know if that'll come up at all in the actual game. We'll see.
So you think Herlock will appear
Uh,
in the next episode then?
he might appear. I
I
mean,
want to see him.
yeah, I want to see Sherlock. I want to see Herlock as well. Hopefully he does.
Herlock Holmes!
Herlock Sholmes in the 22nd century. Okay, but yeah, good stream. Thanks for being again here.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
All right. See y'all later.
Farewell, everyone!